Let's be honest, nobody likes talking about bank fees. They're like those pesky mosquitoes on a warm summer night. Annoying, and they always seem to be after your hard-earned cash. You work hard for your money, so the last thing you want is to see it disappear because of hidden fees. The crazy thing is, most people don't even realize how much they're overpaying. These fees might seem small at first, a few bucks here and there, but they add up over time. We're talking hundreds, even thousands of dollars that could be staying in your pocket. That's why, in this video, I'm exposing 5 hidden bank fees that are secretly draining your wallet. And more importantly, how to avoid them like the plague. Alright, let's kick things off with one of the biggest culprits, overdraft fees. These sneaky charges can catch you off guard and quickly drain your hard-earned money. We've all been there, right? You think you have more money in your account than you actually do, and bam, you get hit with an overdraft fee. It's a frustrating experience that can leave you feeling helpless and stressed. Here's the thing, banks know exactly when you're low on funds, and they've gotten really good at triggering these fees. They have sophisticated systems in place to monitor your account activity and balance. They process larger transactions first, even if it means your smaller purchases end up overdrafting your account. This practice, known as high-to-low processing, maximizes the number of overdraft fees they can charge you. Sneaky, right? A single overdraft fee can range from $25 to $35, and some banks allow you to overdraft multiple times a day. Imagine the financial burden this can create if you're already struggling to make ends meet. Those charges add up extremely fast. Before you know it, you could be facing hundreds of dollars in fees, all because of a few small transactions that pushed your account into the red. But here's the good news. Overdraft fees are completely avoidable. With a little bit of planning and some smart financial habits, you can protect yourself from these costly charges. First things first, get in the habit of checking your account balance regularly. This simple step can help you stay on top of your finances and avoid any unpleasant surprises. Most banks have mobile apps that make it super easy to track your spending and see your available balance in real time. These apps often come with additional features like budgeting tools and spending alerts, which can further help you manage your money. Second, set up low balance alerts. These notifications can be a lifesaver, giving you a heads up when your funds are running low. Your bank will send you a text or email notification when your account balance drops below a certain threshold, giving you time to transfer funds or adjust your spending accordingly. This proactive approach can help you avoid overdraft fees and keep your finances in check. And lastly, consider overdraft protection. This service can be a game changer for anyone who frequently finds themselves on the brink of overdrafting. This is a service some banks offer that links your checking account to a savings account or credit card. If you overdraft, funds are automatically transferred to cover the difference, usually for a small fee or sometimes even free, depending on your bank. By taking advantage of these tools and services, you can safeguard your account from overdraft fees and keep more of your money where it belongs, in your pocket. Remember, managing your finances is all about being proactive and staying informed. So, take control of your account today and say goodbye to those pesky overdraft fees for good. It's also worth noting that some banks offer fee-free accounts or accounts with lower fees for certain customers, such as students or seniors. If you fall into one of these categories, be sure to ask your bank about any special account options that might be available to you. Additionally, some banks have programs that allow you to earn back overdraft fees if you meet certain criteria, such as maintaining a minimum balance or setting up direct deposit. These programs can be a great way to mitigate the impact of overdraft fees if you do occasionally slip up. Another tip is to use a budgeting app to help you keep track of your spending and ensure you always have enough funds in your account. There are many free and paid apps available that can help you create a budget, track your expenses, and even set savings goals. Setting up direct deposit for your paycheck can also help you avoid overdraft fees. By having your paycheck automatically deposited into your account, you can ensure that you always have funds available to cover your expenses. Finally, make it a habit to review your bank statements regularly. This can help you catch any errors or unauthorized transactions that could lead to overdraft fees. If you notice anything suspicious, contact your bank immediately to resolve the issue. By following these tips and staying vigilant, you can protect yourself from overdraft fees and keep your finances on track. Remember, the key to avoiding overdraft fees is to stay informed, be proactive, and take advantage of the tools and services available to you. So, take control of your account today and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with knowing your money is safe and secure. Next up, we're tackling monthly maintenance fees, also known as the minimum balance trap. This is a common issue that many people face, often without even realizing it. Banks have a way of making these fees seem like a minor inconvenience, but they can add up over time and become a significant financial burden. This is a sneaky way for banks to make money off of customers who don't maintain a certain balance in their checking accounts. Essentially, if you don't keep a specified amount of money in your account, the bank will charge you a fee. It's almost like a penalty for not being wealthy enough to meet their requirements. Think of it like this. You're essentially paying the bank to hold your own money hostage. It's a frustrating situation because the money in your account is yours, yet the bank imposes these rules that make it feel like you're renting your own funds. These fees can range from $5 to $25 per month, depending on the bank and the type of account you have. While $5 might not seem like a lot at first glance, it can quickly add up over the course of a year, which might not seem like a lot, but when you consider the cumulative effect, it becomes more significant. For instance, if you're paying $25 a month, that's $300 a year. That's a substantial amount of money that could be used for other purposes. But it adds up to $60 to $300 per year. Imagine what you could do with that money instead. You could invest it, save it for a rainy day, or even use it to treat yourself to something special. The point is, these fees are an unnecessary drain on your finances. That's money you could be investing, saving, or using to treat yourself. It's important to be aware of these fees and take steps to avoid them whenever possible. The good news is, there are ways to get around these monthly fees. Now, the good news is, most banks offer ways to get around these monthly fees. One common method is to maintain a minimum balance. This means keeping a certain amount of money in your account at all times to avoid the fee. One common method is to maintain a minimum balance. This varies depending on the bank, but it's usually around $500 to $1,500. If you can manage to keep this amount in your account, you can avoid the monthly fee. This varies depending on the bank, but it's usually around $500 to $1,500. If your account balance dips below this amount, you'll get slapped with that pesky monthly fee. It's a way for banks to ensure that they have a certain level of funds on hand at all times. If your account balance dips below this amount, you'll get slapped with that pesky monthly fee. Another way to waive the fee is by setting up direct deposit. This is a convenient option for many people, especially those who receive regular paychecks. Another way to waive the fee is by setting up direct deposit. By having your paycheck or other recurring deposits directly deposited into your account each month, you show the bank that you're a reliable customer, and they'll often waive the monthly maintenance fee. By having your paycheck or other recurring deposits directly deposited into your account each month, you show the bank that you're a reliable customer, and they'll often waive the monthly maintenance fee. This is a great option for those who have a steady income and can set up direct deposit with their employer. And finally, don't be afraid to negotiate. That's right. You can actually call your bank and ask them to waive the monthly fee. It might seem intimidating, but it can be worth it. That's right. You can actually call your bank and ask them to waive the monthly fee. If you've been a loyal customer for a while or have multiple accounts with them, they might be more willing to work with you. Banks value their customers, and they often have some flexibility when it comes to fees. If you've been a loyal customer for a while or have multiple accounts with them, they might be more willing to work with you. It's always worth a try, and you might be surprised at how accommodating they can be. So, don't let these fees get you down. Take action and find ways to avoid them, and you'll be able to keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket. Chapter 3. ATM and out-of-network fees, the cash machine conundrum. Let's talk about ATMs. These ubiquitous machines are supposed to make our lives easier, right? They offer the convenience of accessing cash anytime, anywhere, without the need to visit a bank branch. But there's a catch. They're supposed to make our lives easier, right? However, the convenience of ATMs can sometimes come at a cost, especially when it comes to out-of-network ATMs. These fees can add up quickly and take a significant bite out of your hard-earned money, but they can also be a breeding ground for hidden fees, especially when it comes to out-of-network ATMs. These fees are often not immediately apparent and can catch you off guard when you least expect it. Imagine this. You're out and about, need some cash, and the only ATM in sight is not affiliated with your bank. You think, no big deal, I just need a quick $20. But hold on. Using that out-of-network ATM could cost you $3 or more in fees. You think, no big deal, I just need a quick $20. But hold on. Using that out-of-network ATM could cost you $3 or more in fees. This might not seem like much at first, but these fees can add up over time, especially if you frequently use out-of-network ATMs. Using that out-of-network ATM could cost you $3 or more in fees. First, there's the out-of-network ATM fee itself, charged by the ATM owner. This fee is typically around $3, but can be higher depending on the ATM and its location. First, there's the out-of-network ATM fee itself, charged by the ATM owner. Then, your own bank might tack on an additional fee for using a non-network ATM. This means you could be paying twice for a single transaction. Then, your own bank might tack on an additional fee for using a non-network ATM. We're talking about potentially $6 or more in fees for a simple $20 withdrawal. This can be incredibly frustrating, especially when you're in a pinch and need cash quickly. We're talking about potentially $6 or more in fees for a simple $20 withdrawal. So, how do you avoid this cash machine conundrum? It's simple. Stick to your bank's ATM network whenever possible. Most banks have a network of ATMs where you can withdraw cash without incurring any fees. So how do you avoid this cash machine conundrum? It's simple. Stick to your bank's ATM network whenever possible. Most banks have a network of ATMs where you can withdraw cash without incurring any fees. This can save you a significant amount of money in the long run. It's simple. Stick to your bank's ATM network whenever possible. Most banks have a network of ATMs where you can withdraw cash without incurring any fees. Download your bank's mobile app or visit their website to locate the nearest in-network ATM. This way, you can plan your cash withdrawals and avoid unnecessary fees. Most banks have a network of ATMs where you can withdraw cash without incurring any fees. Download your bank's mobile app or visit their website to locate the nearest in-network ATM. Another pro tip is to take advantage of cashback programs. Many grocery stores and retailers offer cashback options when you make a purchase with your debit card. Download your bank's mobile app or visit their website to locate the nearest in-network ATM. Another pro tip is to take advantage of cashback programs. Many grocery stores and retailers offer cashback options when you make a purchase with your debit card. This way, you can get the cash you need without having to pay any ATM fees. Another pro tip is to take advantage of cashback programs. Many grocery stores and retailers offer cashback options when you make a purchase with your debit card. This way, you can get the cash you need without having to pay any ATM fees. Additionally, some banks offer fee reimbursement for out-of-network ATM usage, so it's worth checking with your bank to see if this is an option. Many grocery stores and retailers offer cashback options when you make a purchase with your debit card. This way, you can get the cash you need without having to pay any ATM fees. Additionally, some banks offer fee reimbursement for out-of-network ATM usage, so it's worth checking with your bank to see if this is an option. By being mindful of where and how you withdraw cash, you can avoid the cash machine conundrum and keep more of your money in your pocket. This way, you can get the cash you need without having to pay any ATM fees. Additionally, some banks offer fee reimbursement for out-of-network ATM usage, so it's worth checking with your bank to see if this is an option. By being mindful of where and how you withdraw cash, you can avoid the cash machine conundrum and keep more of your money in your pocket. Remember, every dollar saved is a dollar earned. So, plan ahead, use in-network ATMs, and take advantage of cashback programs to make the most of your money. Chapter 4. Foreign Transaction and Currency Conversion Fees, the International Incident. Planning a trip abroad? That's awesome. Traveling to new countries and experiencing different cultures is amazing. But before you jet off, let's talk about foreign transaction and currency conversion fees, those pesky charges that can put a damper on your international adventures. Here's the deal. When you use your debit or credit card for purchases in a foreign currency, banks often charge foreign transaction fees, typically around 1 to 3% of the transaction amount. On top of that, they might hit you with currency conversion fees, which is basically a markup on the exchange rate. So, how do you avoid getting slammed with these international incident fees? The simplest solution is to get yourself a travel-friendly credit card that doesn't charge foreign transaction fees. There are tons of options out there, and these cards often come with additional perks like travel insurance and rewards points. Another tip is to use cash whenever possible. Before you leave, exchange your currency at a reputable bank or currency exchange service to get a better rate than you'd find at airports or tourist traps. Chapter 5. Inactivity and Dormancy Fees. The case of the forgotten account. We've all been there. You stumble across an old bank account you completely forgot about. Maybe it's from a time when you switched banks or moved, and you simply forgot to close the account. You're excited, thinking you might have stumbled upon a small fortune. But hold on! Before you get too excited, let's talk about inactivity and dormancy fees. Banks love to penalize you for not using your account regularly. They figure, hey, if you're not actively using the account, we might as well make some money off of it. These fees can range from $5 to $20 per month, and they can quickly drain your account, especially if it's a smaller balance. The best way to avoid these fees is simple. Stay active. Make sure you're using your account regularly, even if it's just for small purchases or transfers. Set a reminder on your phone to make a small transaction every few months just to keep the account active. And if you know you won't be using an account for a while, it's always best to close it. This way you won't have to worry about any surprise fees eating away at your hard-earned cash. So there you have it, folks. 5 hidden bank fees that are secretly draining your wallet. But the good news is, now that you're armed with this knowledge, you can fight back. Take a few minutes to audit your past bank statements and see if you've been hit with any of these fees. You might be surprised at how much money you've been unknowingly giving away. Once you've identified any potential fee traps, take action. Set up those low balance alerts, explore no-fee banking options, and negotiate with your bank. Remember, knowledge is power, and when it comes to your finances, it pays to be informed. Don't let banks take your hard-earned money without a fight.